it's giving it against Coventry Sphinx now. Apologies if you're enjoying some technical difficulties there. We have now finally fixed the microphone, so hopefully you can hear us now. 9 minutes gone here at the Marks Electrical Arena. Coventry Sphinx and Anstey Nomads still drawing 0-0. Low playing in a defensive vicinity at the moment. Conrad Logan. That's a wayward ball down the right-hand side, and Coventry Sphinx have got the throw in front of the Mitchell's stand on the right side of the Sphinx camera. Stanley Jube with ball in hand, looking for an option. Step out came from by Nui. It's taking a touch of an Anstey on the way through. Coventry Sphinx from the halfway line, down the left side. There it goes. It came from by Gibbons. Vasani up there, a diving header away by Prenderville. The confusion at the back. I knew he tried to latch onto that one, but Jordan Annable, the captain, able to shield the ball well, and it's back with Conrad Logan. Wilson. Tong waiting for it on this near side, but Wilson looking for a more central option, slips it in. And it was right between Theo Rowe and James Tagg. Not a ball that would do much good for either of them. And out for the goal, kick to be taken by Charlie Woods. 10 minutes gone at the Marks Electrical Arena. Anstey Nomads 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. No chances of note for either team so far. Woods. Towards the left-hand side, and it's off the head of Annable. Halting the approach, but Sphinx have a throw deep into Nomads territory. Loud bangs and shards of light around the Marks Electrical Arena tonight. And you know that Bonfire Night is here. Hopefully the fireworks happen on the pitch for Coventry Sphinx. Draper nods it on to Joe Percy, who skips the ball past Oscar Tong. Down the right-hand side with Joe Percy. Whips it in from the right. Logan sees it coming all the way. And it's a simple gather for the former Premier League goalkeeper. Gibbons puts it short to Wilson. Annable calling for it on the right-hand side. Gibbons towards the left-hand side for Tong. Joe Percy winning that aerial duel at the expense of a throw-in on the near side, just down line from the penalty area for Anstey Nomads. Down line to Lewis Gibbons. Switching the play for Annable. It's behind Annable, who has to track back, but he's got there, drills it along the right. James Tagg. Now with Theo Rowe. He's on a mountain to climb here. Was everyone for Sphinx back. It was kind of fury actually down the right-hand side. It will be a throw-in to Anstey Nomads. A slide in by Stanley Jube, I believe that was. It will be a Coventry Sphinx defensive set piece. Now for the corner kick, and it will be launched in by Tong. Zito and Fasani both in there. It was Fasani who got the crucial touch away, volleyed into relative safety. Low. Prenderville staying back. And misplaced pass at the back is Shane Willock. Sphinx have Anstey Nomads outnumbered, but Kyle Carey was offside as Willock looked to slip it through down the left-hand side, ran into the defender a little sooner than he expected. Got the ball away to Carey, but of course by that time Carey had already strayed past the last defender and knew he wasn't close enough to make an impact, but that time Kyle Carey was in the perfect position, and now Kyle Carey into the area. It's a lunge in by Gibbons. Referee said it was fair game. But things are starting to get a little bit tasty here at the Marks Electrical Arena. Jack Downs battling down the left-hand side of the Coventry Sphinx. He's taking it all the way to the corner. The defender ends up on his backside towards Shea Willett. Crucial header away by Wilson. Vasani keeps it alive, and we saw his contribution on Saturday. Couldn't find a route around the defender, and he's given away the free kick there, has Idris Vasani. Passing a little too hard according to the referee, Mr. Shepherd. Logan shoots it this near side, and Brad Wilson for Anstey Nomads. Into Sphinx territory he goes. Makes it off for Drew Lowe. Urge to push on. He's got Tong with him. Oscar Tong. High one towards that near post. Safe hands for Woods. No chances of consequence in the opening 15 minutes, but it's early days yet. And no early goals in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. It remains scoreless. Woods straight into touch, about 10 yards into Anstey's half of the field. Woods getting a fair bit of stick from the fans in the Marks Electrical stand behind the goal, being a former Quorn player. And the Anstey throw comes to nothing. Sphinx has been given the throw in there, a bit of poor control on this near side. Hoofed upfield. Into the midfield for Kyle Carey, but launched away by Prenderville. Theo Rowe trying to get there ahead of Jamie Draper. And it's nodded back to safety with Charlie Woods. Pushing the back there on Joe Percy. The referee says nothing doing. The referee sees that one as Willock a little late in challenging the number 2 for the ball. That being Brad Wilson. It's surely handball there. Look, they came off the arm of the number 10 Low. Referee says nothing doing. Jack Downs. Nui tried to let it run, but it was too close to Anna Ball, the captain. Anna Ball down the right. Rowe looking for a route through. It's a sea of sky blue in front of him. Nui turns away from the challenge. He's got Vasani in support, but goes all the way home to Charlie Woods. Back where it came from, Vasani in the midfield. Joe Percy, neat turn away from Brad Wilson. Deflected over to Jack Downs in the midfield. Tag goes to ground. He got there first. And Vasani, well, 2 potential fouls in there. Tag just beating Jack Downs to the punch. Ended up on the deck. Then Drew Lowe, caught from behind by Idris Vasani. Fury couldn't find a route into the area, blocked off well. And Sphinx striding away with the one from Jude Cattell, thumped upfield towards Shea Willock. And it's now with Conrad Logan. Anstey passing it around the back with Lowe. Now it's with Annabelle, the Anstey skipper. Wrestled to the ground by Shea Willock, who's not enjoying the best of nights according to the referee, Mr. Shepherd. Control by Wilson. Sphinx have the throw in their own backyard. Throw to Sphinx with Percy in a defensive vicinity. Towards Carey, headed away by Wilson. Vasani on towards Carey. Cut out by Prenderville. Fury making the run down the right-hand side. Annabelle. Fury tracks back. Connor Fury. Tag the target. Interception from Riley Nicholson. Jube. Plays it down line to his centre-back in Ronnie Nicholson. Good clearance from Woods. Headed on by Stanley Jube. Within the confines of play by Annabelle, but no, it's been called back for the throw around the halfway line. In their own backyard. By Nicholson. Willock. Annabelle right into his back there. Referee says nothing doing. It's gone out for a throw-in on the far side of the field. Logan receives from Gibbons. Goalkeeper for Anstey Nomads. Here's Gibbons. Screens right on the left-hand side by Tong. It's short to Low. Niall Prenderville. Back with Gibbons. Low needs support. Wilson. Anstey forced back from whence they came. Gibbons. Low wants it played forward. Wilson, very cautious approach so far from Anstey Nomads. Yet to really take off in their promotion push this season, losing in the playoffs last year. Rowan Newey snatching it momentarily from Brad Wilson. But it will be a throw-in to Anstey. Taken quickly by the number 10, Drew Lowe. That's with Gibbons at centre-back. Thumps it up. And no one making the run in attacking position there for Anstey Nomads. Tag out of position, as was Theo Rowe. Easy pickings for Woods, 23 minutes gone, and I must say it's not been the prettiest of starts here. That's the Marks Electrical Arena. Coventry Sphinx and Anstey Nomads still drawing 0-0. No shots on target, no shots at all. It's been a poor game. Offside called as the ball from the back from Gibbons. It was initially collected by Jube. The run from Fury being made a bit too early. So Charlie Woods with the goal kick on the fringes of his own penalty area, as we hope to see this game spark to life. Headed on towards Tong. Drifts out for a throw, but Coventry Sphinx deep into their own backyard. Nicholson towards Willock. Brought down by the midfielder, and Willock shielded from getting there. Snedden thumped it on towards Tags, swinging, and this is why Tags, he tried to control it in the final third. This game so far lacking any real, well, anything really. The passing's been poor, the control's been poor, there's been no chances. It's really a game that has had absolutely nothing of merit in the first 25 minutes. Nicholson floated on for Stanley June. Willock's up there with him, covered up by Connor Fury. Fasani calling for it in the middle. Rowan Nui on that far side of the field, looking for a route in, but he's sandwiched between two Anstey men. Nui looked like he'd found his way out, but he was dragged down. Referee says no, it will be a goal kick only. Wilson, left wing back for Anstey Nomads, striding away from Willock. Rowe, under Tong. Along with Brad Wilson. Wilson. Trying to chip it over the Sphinx back line, but knocked away by Draper. Target being Tong down this near side. Rowan anchoring midfield. And now barking down the right-hand side. Oh, the offside flag raised. And that's frustration for Connor Fury. It will be a goal kick on the edge of Adam Woods. Charlie Woods' goal. That's Charlie Woods away. And well clear. As the midfielder goes with Zito. Tag. Theo Rowe. Now a chance for Connor Fury to make an impact from the right-hand side and blocked by the standing challenge of Riley Nicholson. Cleared as far as Annabelle. A little shove in the back from Shea Willock. Anstey maintain possession. Low. Brad Wilson. Closed down by Nui. Forced back to his domestic partner in Gibbons and swept this near side. It's going to be a tall on who wants to keep that one in a wayward kick from Conrad Logan. And it will be a throw-in, taking quick towards Nui. Move towards the area. Decision was given there. I think it's been given as handball against Anstey. Indeed, it has. Nui battling for it, but coming off the underarm of an Anstey man. 10 yards outside the Anstey penalty area. Kyle Carey on what has been a barren evening after 28 minutes. No shots, no chances. Could he spark this game into life? No, headed out on that far side by Gibbons. Annabelle tries to keep it in and does. Well work there by the captain, Jordan Annabelle. He's opposite number 4 in Jack Downs. Earns the throw in front of the away dugout. It's cannoned off the Anstey midfielder, charging him down. Connor Fury making the block there. Nicholson. Headed up by Willock. Nui up for it. Again, Anstey doing the necessary. Over a kick by Fury. Tag tracking back and thumped upfield towards Theo Rowe. Headed back right came from by Patrick Zito. Headed on again towards Rowe. And now Rowe and Zito going head to head. We went for this battle all night. And Zito holds Rowe at bay long enough as he launches it into the area. No one home for the Nomads. And as Tong arrives on the scene, it's Charlie Woods who distributes Fasani in the midfield. Here's Joe Percy, just bounced off the knee. And into touch for an Anstey throw right in front of the Sphinx camera. Half an hour played. Still nothing to show for it for either team. Wilson. Control well by James Tagg. Low. Drawing on his Annabelle. Fury awaiting at right wing back. Here is Connor Fury. Cutting in from the right-hand side. Fury turned away by Jack Downs. And now striding onto the loose ball is Stanley Dube. Willock's up there, as is Rowan Nui. He's got Carey alongside too. What a fantastic run by Stanley Dube. Best move of the game, but the cross was left wanting. Bouncing in front of Rowan Nui. And out for the goal kick. Well, it just shows you that this game has been bereft of any real quality. That was the best move, and still the cross didn't find an attacker in the box. Logan. Headed up rather than out by Patrick Zito, playing a little further forward in that move. Dube, high run to the left wing and bounces over the dugouts. Throwing right on the halfway line for Anstey Nomads. Remember, we are going off air for around 10 minutes here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel at half-time. So get yourself a glass of something cold or a mug of something hot. Get back here for 8:45 for the conclusion of this pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Remains Anstey 0, Coventry 0. Crossed by Fury. Percy brings it back for the Sphinx. Nui trickling into midfield. Needs a bit of help from Ronnie Nicholson and finds Nicholson. Darting on Idris Hosseini. Lunging by Annabelle and Hosseini taking a tumble. Some chunky challenging from low, but it's done the trick on the far side of the field. Snedden. Gibbons. Now on the halfway line, it's with Oscar Tong. Back to Gibbons. Not the best of balls back. Playing the number 5 under pressure, but it's disputed out wide again with Brad Wilson. And Wilson going on a Tuesday night run here. Looked like a promising ball to Tong, but Rose stretched for it, tried to cushion it down for the number 3, but he's actually diverted it out for the throw just down line from the penalty area. Frustrating evening so far for both teams. Halfway line flicked on by Shea Willock. Prenderville, hand on the shoulder by Carl Carey. Referee sees nothing wrong. Hosseini tried to chip it over the back line for Rowan Nui, but Annabelle does enough. Headed on this near side to Joe Percy by Patrick Zito. Charlie Woods racing in, was tagged, didn't get there in time. Kept line with a header of low. Snedden, overhead kick. Nicholson heading away sternly on the edge of his area. Rowan Nui, not one but 2 trips in the centre circle. First from Snedden, and then by Niall Prenderville, and a yellow card for Anstey's Niall Prenderville, the number 6. Well, Nui has been the danger man for Coventry Sphinx this week, scoring his first senior goal 7 days ago, swiftly followed by a second. Then putting Sphinx in front against Sporting Calcer on Saturday, so they're doing well in keeping him quiet tonight. Nui back on his feet and giving captain Jack Downs a word of encouragement as he is ready to play this free kick from the centre circle. Drilled into the area by Jack Downs. Controlled by Kyle Carey. Trying to shot the cannons off Prenderville. Downs. Hassled and harried by Tag. Down line with Riley Nicholson. Steps away from the challenger, Theo Rowe. Hosseini all the way back with Woods. With Anstey putting on the pressure as Sphinx are encased in their own backyard. Sphinx have dealt with it well. Towards Woods. Touch on by Percy. Stabbed it into the ground. It just rolled away from him before he could get to the seconds. Throwing quickly taken by Anstey. Low on the stretch by Oscar Tong down the left. Couldn't make contact to control. Throw in to the Sphinx in their own backyard. Clearance from Joe Percy straight for another. straight out again by Jamie Draper. Well, whoever's sat around the Sphinx camera, you should have brought your crash hats tonight, boys. Down line with Drew Lowe. Brad Wilson. Chipped into the area. Connor Fury just barged off the ball by Stanley Jube. And into the hands of Woods. 10 minutes to go. And so far, precisely 0 footage to go into the highlights except for the intro. So let's hope the second half brings something a little extra. Vasani. Nui dragged to the ground. Referee says nothing doing. Prenderville. Interception by Stanley Jube in the midfield. Chipped it towards Kyle Carey. Brought down by Gibbons. Neither side seems to be able to string a pass together tonight. Certainly in the final third. Back with Gibbons at centre-back. Niall Prenderville. Wilson corner for it on the left. Goes back to Gibbons. Wilson turns away from Sphinx's in-form number 9, Shea Willock. I'm surprised to see him not on the score sheet on Saturday, given his form recently. Niall Prenderville approaching the halfway line. Theo Rowe. Through ball for Connor Fury. He's got there ahead of Jube. Fury. Tong. Bounce off the shoulder. And the Sphinx back line doing enough. Riley Nicholson providing the barrier as it bounces back to Woods. And the throw from Charlie Woods for a moment called out Joe Percy. But has actually fallen beautifully for last season's player of the season. And a nasty lunge in from behind by James Sagg. Well, you've heard of a defender's finish. That can only be described as a striker's tackle. Until the break, Kyle Carey on set-piece duty. Sphinx relying on opportunities like these and again devoid of any real quality to make an impact on score sheets. It's Carey. Headed out for the corner. Lewis Gibbons with a strong effort on the bounce. Well, the only real excitement coming so far is the fireworks around the ground. Corner in towards that far post, headed up by Draper. The two number 2s going head to head in the centre of the penalty area, but launched away by the number 4 in Annabelle. And Anstey on the counter. Can they make the most of it? Tag was waiting up there, headed away by Percy. But Anstey will come back for more. Fury receives from Snedden. Bounce onto the chest of the near post of Charlie Woods. I don't know whether the fog is affecting players' vision tonight, but every ball towards that penalty area, either side, seems to go wanting. Woods. Off the back of Shea Willock there more than anything, but collected by Paul Snedden in defensive midfield. Connor Fury. Jordan Annabelle, the captain. Gibbons at centre-back. The centre of that back three. Now Wilson taking on Joe Percy. Percy forcing him back where he came from, but actually a lovely turn from Wilson. To get a little further up the field. Eventually Percy sends him back. Snedden. A game of frustration so far for both Anstey and Coventry. It's out wide with Fury. Approaching Sphinx's final third. Low. Fury in there. It's gone over the line, leveled the penalty area. Quick throw in taken by Fury with the return ball from Theo Rowe. Not what Anstey were looking for, but they'll get another chance though. Rowe embarking down the right-hand side. Downs blocks the cross beautifully. And it will be a throw-in level with the box for Anstey. Just heading into the last 5 minutes of normal time. Not expecting any more than a minute of added time so far. Well gathered at the near post. Charlie Woods and the referee actually indicating that there is just the 5 minutes. From what we're hearing, there's no added time scheduled, and usually I'd say that's a bad thing because you want to get every exquisite second of football that you can, but it's been one of those games where you just want to get into half time, let the lads regroup and try and think of something, because it has been, and I'm not exaggerating, one of the worst halves of football I've seen in a long time. Percy along the touchline towards Shea Willock. Encased in the corner, got a little knock from behind by a combination of Wilson and Tong. Referee felt that Willock was big enough to stay on his feet there, and he's probably right in all honesty. Logan kills it for Wilson. It's a high one towards Tong. It looks like it's getting away from the number 3. Tong thinks so too, and in fact that a little bit of hesitancy from Oscar Tong may have been the difference between him getting there and Sphinx getting the throw. It was just that little split-second stop from the Anstey wing-back, which may have saved Coventry Sphinx from a potential cross. Hoofed up by Percy. Headed into midfield by Snedden. Kyle Carey only as far as Lowe. Lowe driving at the Sphinx back line on his own. Fury. Fury forced back and will try again. Covered up by Jack Downs. And Fury can't find a route in, has to back off into the centre with Snedden. Wilson lofts it in, and finally an effort at goal. It's only taken 42 minutes, but a header from Lowe is not going to make any impact on the score sheet, and in fact it's taken a touch on the way through too. Oh, that has got to go down as a record, certainly since I've been at Coventry Sphinx, for the longest amount of time before we've actually got a shot away for either team. 42 minutes for the first header towards the net by Lowe, and it didn't even reach him thanks to the defender. Now Coventry Sphinx have a problem here, as it looks like Stanley Jube is in need of some help. Now this obviously isn't good news for the Sphinx, but the one position that they have rotated tonight is the wing backs. They have Finley Shark and Jordan Hayward amongst the subs. It was Shark who started at left wing back on Saturday with Hayward on the right, but both of them are left backs by trade. And with a bit of help from Paul Seddon, the Sphinx kitman. He's helped off the field for now. Hopefully he'll be back on the playing surface within the next few seconds or so. Sphinx with everyone back. Making sure that Anstey don't kick on from their first ever of the game. It's a scramble in the area, and it's cleared out for another corner kick, this time by Jamie Draper. It was brought down in the area by Lowe, but Anstey could do nothing with it. It was too slow to react. Wanted to come from the left. What's that far post? And Woods came for it, didn't get enough on it. He was actually headed through his hands by, I think it was Oscar Tong in there. And it's headed out for the goal kick. Well, at the moment, unless something happens in the last couple of minutes, it will basically go, and the highlight, team news, half time. Last 15 seconds of normal time to go. The only stoppage we've had was that 30-second halt for Stanley Jube's injury. I would expect as soon as the normal time has elapsed, we will go straight into half-time, and I think the players and the fans both need a break. Tangle between Fury and Jube has gone down again, and it looks like Coventry Sphinx may well have to make a change here. Stanley Jube getting back in on the action and immediately going down again, and indeed the change is being made, which is a real shame for Stanley Jube, who the last couple of weeks has not been able to cement himself a place in the team, with Rowan Nui performing so well and a couple of niggling injuries keeping him out. I would expect to see Finley Shorrock or Jordan Hayward starting at left wing back at the beginning of the second half. Throw in to come. We are now into the first minute of added time. And the throw in comes to nothing there. Poor control from James Tagg, takes it over the white line. And Sphinx have a throw in themselves. Well, I do apologise if it's not been the best commentary in the world, but obviously we can only commentate on what we see, and it has not been a 45 minutes for either team to be proud of. And it's a 45 minutes that is finally over and will not live long in the memory of either team. I hope you brought your pillows, lads, because I think there's going to be a few naps at half-time. Well, the very definition of an even game, because no one's really been in the opposite penalty area. Half-time score, Anstey Nomads 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. And on the positive side, it can only get better. And we're back for the second half here at the Marks Electrical Arena. Let's put the first half to bed, shall we? Absolutely nothing happened. But already in the first 2 seconds of the second half, we've already got more action because there is a change for Coventry Sphinx. Finley Shorrock replacing Stanley Jube at left wing back. Jube unable to continue after that injury in the first half. So Finley Shorrock will be taking his place. Of course, best wishes to Stanley Jube in his recovery. It's been a stop-start kind of season for Stanley Jube. The injury front. But this is where the difference will be made, we hope, in the second half. Sphinx now kicking from right to left in the sky blue and white home strip with the navy shorts and navy socks. Anstey in red and white home shirt with red shorts and red socks. To shepherd the referee about to get us underway for what we hope will be a massive improvement on the first half. Here we go. Let's see what the Sphinx boys can do after that heroic performance on Saturday against Sporting Cowser. And they're already bursting towards the penalty area here. Rowan Nui, now to Carl Carey, trying to race across the left-hand side of the penalty area to get the strike away. It's Connor Fury who heads away. Handball claims. Shea Willett caught on the edge of the area. Referee says no foul. Short tries to prevent the counter. But now it's out wide with Connor Fury. Tag. Fury wants it back, deflects at the standing leg of Riley Nicholson, and it's taken behind to the number 8 in Snedden. Gibbons receives it at centre back. Launcher it from the back. And back where it came from by Coventry Sphinx's Joe Percy. Snedden. And funked back to his own goalkeeper by Wilson. Conrad Logan and Charlie Woods could really have put up deck chairs in the first half. Let's hope they're a little bit busier in the next 45 minutes. Annabelle. Rowe finds Tag. Sky blue wall in front of him, deflects to Snedden. Vasani does well to avoid the challenge. It goes down under the challenge of Snedden. Referee says no. The ball gets away from him, and now on the left-hand side is with Oscar Tong. Tong beats Percy for pace. Little drag back by Percy, and the cross cannons off Percy's leg. Cleared by Jack Downs, playing in a much more defensive vicinity there. Bounces over the head of James Tagg. Zito thumps that one on field. His use of Leicestershire, of course, a former Quorn centre-back. It's with Lowe. Connor Fury. Fury down line. Annabelle. Kneeling header away at the near post by Riley Nicholson. That's with Jack Downs. Idris Rassani, and the space to work with on the left-hand side for Carl Carey. We know what he can do with the ball at his feet. Racing back instead to try and cover him off. It's Carey in. Shea Willock at the crossbar. And Nui hooks it over. We've had to wait for the goal mouth action. It was certainly worth the wait, and if not for an inch down, Coventry Sphinx will be in front. Incredible drive on from Kyle Carey, and it looked like Willock at the goal at his mercy, but a lick of paint is all that keeps the Sphinx out. And Fury, covered up by Finley Shorrock on the opposite end of the park. He's got the corner out of it. Deflects off the standing leg of Finley Shorrock. Where has this action been for the last 48 minutes? It looks like both Anstey and Coventry Sphinx have realised they're playing a football match tonight. And taking the corner on the right side, Oscar Tong for Anstey Nomads, last season's playoff runners-up. Tong, and Wilt tried to clear. Fell to the feet of a red shirt in the area. Sphinx try and get it away. And if Hosseini has just chipped it away from Gibbons. And now at the back, Anstey are exposed. Headed back by Prendeville by Conrad Logan with two sky blue shirts racing towards him. Logan. Drifts towards the left. Throws header. Anstey calling for a free kick there. Referee says advantage. I think it was handball that was given against Coventry Sphinx. It's hard to see on the side of the field. Here's Oscar Tong. And another cross easily gathered in the near post by Woods. And Woods has dealt with everything thrown at him from either side very well. But Shea Wood gets possessed cheaply. Annabelle. Rowe. And a chance for Tong. Lunging from behind. Referee has the decision to make. And he says no. Jamie Draper with the slide from behind certainly gave the referee, Mr. Shepherd, something to think about. But he made his mind up relatively quickly, and the decision was no penalty. Well, we've been going for 5 minutes in this second half. Coventry Sphinx and Anstey Nomads still locked in a 0-0 stalemate. But already we've seen the action of the first half tenfold in the first 5 minutes. Gibbons asking a lot of road down the left-hand side, and it's punted out. And a yellow card there for one of the Anstey men, I believe, still unhappy about the decision not to award a penalty. I believe that's Lewis Gibbons who's been booked. Well, Anstey continued the attack, and again, cross towards that near post, and Charlie Woods with safe hand. Theo Rowe that time unleashing the cross from the left. But Anstey's deliveries have been a little lackadaisical so far. Not what we come to expect from a side who came agonisingly close to promotion last year, although they do have a fair few out, including Leo Brown, who is a Coventry Sphinx alumni, not in the squad tonight. Newey, his run curtailed on the near side. Back with Conrad Logan. Jordan Annabelle, the captain. Nodded down by Patrick Zito, but collected bit by Theo Rowe. Oscar Tong receives from Rowe. And Rowe shielded well into touch by Jamie Draper. We have to think, although Spinks got that incredible win against Sporting Calcer, a 0-0 draw against a promotion favourite in Anstey Nomads would be a huge improvement on the 5-1 defeat here at the Marks Electrical Arena that Spinks suffered last season. Back-to-back 5-1 defeats with Spinks at that time. Of course, points being prizes, and Spinks just need to keep on picking up points to ensure they're not in another relegation dogfight. Willock charges down the pass from Fury. But it's Anstey who race away with possession, and Oscar Tong with the ball at his feet. He's got Rowe to the right. Brilliant slide in by Joe Percy to snatch the ball away from the youngster's feet. Willock. Rowan Newey in a sea of red. He was knocked on from the challenge from behind, all the way back to Logan between the sticks. Goal kick headed away by Zito. Carey couldn't get anything on the attempted header on the halfway line, and played back by the centre-back Gibbons by Conrad Logan. To Conrad Logan, I should say. Logan. Hoofed upfield towards Theo Rowe. It bounces towards Tag. Tag with his back to goal. Can he turn and shoot? Rowe makes himself available. Lays it off to Tong. Tag. And Snedden. Oh, James Snedden. Slicing it off the boot. Closer to the corner flag than the goal. There will be a goal kick for Coventry Sphinx. Sphinx, of course, have already made their opening change of the game with the injured Stanley Dew withdrawn at half-time. Finley Shark in his place. We're coming up to the 55th minute here at the Marks Electrical Arena. Anstey Nomads 0, Coventry Sphinx 0, but already the spectacle has been much improved in the second half. And the Anstey fans behind Charlie Wood's goal are starting to liven up as well, as there's a bit of a collision on the far side there, as Coventry Sphinx have conceded the throw, but two Anstey men have gone down. Both are thankfully back on their feet, I should say, in front of the home dugout. No further punishment from the referee, Mr. Shepherd. Foot line towards Rowe, into the midfield, at the head of Jack Downs. Tong forces down Joe Percy as he races to that loose ball headed on by Snedden, and Coventry Sphinx have got the free kick in their own backyard. Let's have a look through the latest scores in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. It seems to be a similar story around the grounds. Only the 4 matches tonight, of course, including ours. Hinckley and Rushden and Wemborough and Worcester all drawing 0-0. But there has been a goal for Sporting Cowser, and it was a penalty. James McGrady in the 39th minute putting Cowser in front at home to Sutton Coldfield. It's been one of those kind of nights in non-league, certainly in our division. Chested down by Willock. And Nui, him recently, not quite on that occasion, it just slices to the left of Conrad Logan's net. The nets of Conrad Logan. Annabelle. Production on the edge of the area. It's cushioned out by Jack Downs. Quickly taken. Via Rowe. Fury tries to take it on, but couldn't take it past Finley Shorrock, and now Shorrock. Carey turns away from Prenderville and opens up some space for Rowan Nui. He's got Fasani in front of him and Shorrock to his left. Quickly closed off and finds Finley Shorrock. Now it's with Rowan Nui. He's created some absolute magic recently. Little hand in the shoal, enough to hold him at bay, and out for the goal kick. Experience winning the day for Anstey Nomads. A reminder of the benches for Coventry Sphinx and Anstey. Only the 3 men on the bench for Anstey in Rhys Dolan, Jacob Fenton and Ben Bayliss. Coventry Sphinx can still call upon the attributes of Jordan Hayward, Callum Ballinger, Alex Luck and Damien Kelly. There's still plenty of opportunity for this game to change. And it looks like the first change is coming for Anstey Nomads. Someone's stripping off on the bench. Can't quite see the shirt number yet, but we will, of course, let you know who it is as soon as we know. Throw from the halfway line towards Shea Willett, but headed away. As far as the halfway line, Jack Downs hooks it along the right touchline. Nui giving chase, and Nui forcing the defender all the way to the line, but it's shepherded out well. Gibbons doing very well to shield it into touch, and it's a quick one from Logan to Jordan Annabelle. Fury wants it played along the touchline, and Fury is the target. Shorrock sees it coming all the way and headed away by Shorrock. James Tagg drops back to pick it up. Fury covered up by Shorrock, finds Snedden. Rowe. Patient build-up from Anstey Nomads. Crossing chance for Theo Rowe. Rowe drills it into the area and fonked out by Patrick Zito. In fact, now it's kept in. Straight back into the danger zone. It's Ronnie Nicholson who heads onto the boot of Kyle Carey. Back in by Annabelle. And again, Sphinx turning away. After the throw-in in front of the Mitchell stand. It's taken immediately out of the area by Patrick Zito. Connor Fury, sustained pressure by Anstey, but it comes to nothing. Annabelle is cross turned away by his opposite number 4 and opposite captain in Jack Downs. The strongest spell of possession that Anstey have had so far, but it's the end of the afternoon end of the evening, I should say, for James Tagg. He's replaced by Jacob Fenton. Attack looks bemused. But Fenton will firm up the attack for the remainder of the game with just over half an hour to play. Corner kick from Oscar Tong towards that far post. And appeals of a deflection on the way through for Anstey, not forthcoming. The header from the centre-back Lewis Gibbs, who have gone naturally wide. Charlie Woods, now the keeper yet to make a save, although the action has been much improved after half-time. In the air by Gibbons. There's Snedden on the halfway line. Joe Percy, Sphinx felt he was caught as he slid the ball away. Referee says nothing doing. Now to Annabelle. Tong. Long high ball, I should say, down the left-hand side. Again, nothing Sphinx can't deal with. Sat down by Vaseni. The ball back towards the back line, cannoned off Kyle Carey, but Anstey able to maintain possession. Theo Rose towards Coventry Sphinx. A lot of harm in the past. And he's covered off on that far side now for a throw in front of the Mitchell stand. Halfway into Sphinx territory. Theo Rowe. Body checked by Joe Percy. Referee says nothing doing. Shea Willock. Blocked from getting to that bounce from Gibbons. Now Annabelle. Fury. Plays it on for Jordan Annabelle. That's Jack Downs able to play it along the touchline after the interception. Sphinx still in a difficult position. A neat touch on by Vaseni, and Kyle Carey was spaced down the left-hand side. Rowan Newey making himself available. Still going Kyle Carey, cuts in, it's Carey! A beaten Conrad Logan, but not the defender on the line. And collected by Connor Fury as Anstey streak away. Fenton. Looks for an option down. Zito. Charlie Woods rolls it off the deck to Joe Percy, but caught in possession from behind by Tong, and Percy has to race to the seconds. It slid out for the goal, kicked by Oscar Tong. A rare moment of pressure for Coventry Sphinx to repel. So it's Woods' clearance. The target was for Saney. It's not back by Fenton. Gibbons. Now Jordan Annabelle, the Anstey captain, on what's been a bleak night for both sides. Return ball to Annabelle from Gibbons. Asking Rowe to run. Shouting, Theo, you're in. Well, he would have been if it wasn't for a great bit of marshalling by Reece Nicholson. He has to go down so far as my man of the match for Coventry Sphinx. So it will be, I think it's going to be a goal kick, although, in fact, no, I think it's been given a free kick, in fact. Nicholson being fouled as he shielded the ball into touch. So Sphinx with 26 minutes to play, still all to play for here at the Marks Electrical Arena. Can either side make a difference? Well, the kick from Woods did take a slight touch off Annabelle on the way through as he tried to beat Shea Willock to the... Nicholson will take over throwing duties from Finley Sharrock. Needs a long one here. The channel is in a Rory Delap. Up it goes. Seconds collected by Fasani. Lovely back heel to Finley Shorrock. Jack Downs, the captain. Fasani cushions it on for Shea Willock. And Willock has leaped over the slide beautifully. Shorrock across, caught at the near post by Conrad Logan. And the throw finds Conor Fury. Heading over to cover is Jack Downs. That's the awful control from the number 10 in Drew Lowe. He must have clover on his boots given that touch. Nicholson. Headed behind by Fury to Snedden. Fenton being held by Jamie Draper, who's headed behind by Idris Hosseini. Clear-cut free kick and a yellow card for the Sphinx Academy product, I should say. Jamie Draper. Well, update what's going on around the grounds. While Manchester City had got themselves in front against Sporting Lisbon, but former Coventry City striker Victor Gyökeres has scored twice with a goal from Arroyo. It's now Sporting Lisbon 3, Manchester City 1 in that game, and 2 of them coming from the boot of Gyökeres. Free kick into the area and a good punch by Charlie Woods. And Fasani finishes the job. Well, Anstey Nomads gone down in the melee, nothing to do with Woods. It looked like he was shoved over as they jockeyed for position. Well, it appears to be an apparent head injury, so the referee has to stop it, of course. Charlie Woods checking on the condition of the Anstey man. Can't quite see the shirt number from here. We'll let you know who it is as soon as we can. Surprise scoreline at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, AC Milan 2. Alvaro Morata, the former Real Madrid striker, putting AC Milan in front. Celtic 2-1 up at home to RB Leipzig at Celtic Park. Lille are beating Juventus 1-0. And it's 0-0 between Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen in the Xabi Alonso derby at Anfield. And a reminder of the scores in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. It is Anstey 0, Coventry 0, as we are exactly halfway through the second half. Hinkley 0, Rushden 0, Cowsall 1, Sutton Coldfield 0. As Carl Carey's dragged down in the midfield by a combination of Snedden and Prenderville. And it's also 0-0 between Wellingborough and Worcester City. A big shout out to 621 George, Delina Moore and Sonia Williams all tuned in. Hope you're enjoying, well, I say enjoying the coverage. It's not been the best of matches tonight, has it? And the free kick is easily hooked away by Conor Fury, but Coventry Sphinx have another chance to regroup from the throw-in halfway into Anstey territory. No sign of any further changes for either team. A change of pace. Coventry Sphinx bringing on Finley Shorrock for the injured Stanley Jube at half-time. And you had to think, with the way things are going for both Anstey and Coventry Sphinx, would a draw be a satisfactory result? Well, you'd say it certainly would for Coventry Sphinx. Anstey looking to kickstart their promotion push, which has really faltered at the start of the season with cup competitions getting in the way. Would they be having a draw? Who knows? As it's thumped up from behind. Patrick Zito nodding it out on this near side. Quick throwing taken to Paul Snedden. James Snedden. Fury ducks away from the challenger, Finley Shorrock. Whipped in by Snedden and stabbed over the woodwork. Oscar Tong, the left wing back, racing in to beat Charlie Woods to the punch, which he did, but couldn't keep the effort below the crossbar. Both teams have had chances right on the goal mouth, but neither could keep it below the white paint. Charlie Woods getting a little bit of noise from the Marks Electrical stand behind his goal. Sphinx think they should get a throw-in out of that one. Indeed they have. Joe Percy beaten to it mid-air by Oscar Tong, and the Anstey management on the far side, rather theatrical in appealing for the decision. They're not going to get it. And Sphinx have the throw towards Shea Willock, headed back where it came from by Lewis Gibbons. Percy. Fasani. Fury beats Finley Shark to the seconds. The long ball from the back. It's easily distributed by Jamie Draper. Chest control by the captain, Jordan Annable. Rowe. Fury. This is better from Anstey Nomads, and they've got a throw out of it. It's towards the near touchline by Low via a deflection. Now it's with Theo Rowe. Rowe trying to dribble in a sky blue and white maze there. Eventually played over to the left-hand side. Cross headed away on the edge of the area by Finley Shorrock. Annable. Anstey not done. Jordan Annable, the captain, whipped in, and a swan dive header out by Jamie Draper. Out for the corner kick, but probably one of the more theatrical things that we've seen this evening in Leicestershire. 20 minutes to go, in fact 19 now minutes to go. Anstey Nomads 0, Coventry Sphinx 0 is the scoreline. It has been a less than pretty fixture, I think we can call it. Buzzy, I'm earning my wages this week. Towards that far post and headed out. That's with Charlie Woods, the goalkeeper. Also, Anstey are ready to make a substitution, as are Coventry Sphinx. So, neither side content with a point. They want to firm things up here. It's headed through for Kyle Carey. Jordan Annable beating the Sphinx forward to it. But under pressure from the local lad, Kyle Carey putting Annable into all sorts of danger. And he has to stick his laces through that one onto the halfway line with Zito. Jack Downs heads it down. It's Snedden who receives it. Fasani trying to halt his progress. Now it's with Annable. Theo Rowe. Sliding by Downs. Doesn't take the ball. Rowe continues. Fury in the right-hand side. Slipped in for Connor Fury. Quick thinking from Finley Shark. The slide sending it out. Up the Anstey man. Couldn't have timed that any better. Well, Anstey furious. Thinking there was a foul earlier on in the move. But Kia Shepherd, the referee, trying to keep the game flowing, and there is going to be a change for, well, the number 9 for the number 16 there. I believe that's Coventry Sphinx's change, as tag has already been taken off. So it's Shea Willock replaced by Alex Locke in what I assume will be a like-for-like change. Now, Locke is primarily a central midfielder, but he has been utilised as a false 9 in the absence of Shea Willock, given his suspension over the last couple of months. So locked on for Willock. Anstey's change will have to wait for now as Woods clears towards the right side. Headed back where it came from by Niall Prenderville. Into Sphinx territory, Percy hits the deck as he's shielded into touch from Theo Rowe. Thrown for Coventry Sphinx in front of the away stand to the right of our camera. Hoofed upfield by Percy. Stumbled by Locke. Allows Anstey onto it, sliced across by Fury. Headed up by Finley Shorrock. Nui. Locke is the target and headed back into his own penalty area by Lewis Gibbons. And Logan, who is yet to make a save. with a comfortable gather just over 15 minutes to go. It's still Anstey 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. It'll take something special to change that at this stage of the game. Rowan Nui skips away from the challenge. And down the right-hand side it goes. Alex Locke in for Rowan Nui. Surely not again! Oh, it just skews to the left. Everything that Nui has touched in the last week has turned to gold. It's a surprise to see him miss. And here comes Anstey's change. And it's Theo Rowe leaving the field, and he'll be replaced by Rhys Dolan. And Sphinx are getting another change ready too. That looks like Jordan Hayward preparing on the Sphinx touchline. Jordan Hayward. He plays at left wing back. He knows how to attack when he needs to. Little mini Q&A session here at the the Marks Electrical Arena. Don't like to disappoint my public, of course. Here's Wilson. And Sphinx prepared the introduction of Jordan Hayward, who, by the way, is a left winger. Snedden. A little too close to Joe Percy, who slides it out. 10 yards down the line from the halfway line as the fireworks shows start to come to a close. You can hear all the closing fireworks. You know what they sound like. Well, it may have been better actually to go and see one of those shows than tonight's action. Well, Rowan Nui is heading off and Jordan Hayward on, so we'd assume that Hayward is going to take Nui's place in the front three. Well, Coventry Sphinx with an impressive victory over Sporting Castle on Saturday, a draw against Anstey. Given the 5-1 defeat here at the Marks Electrical Arena last season would be a marked improvement. Flicked on by Drew Lowe. And of course, the point isn't safe yet for Coventry Sphinx. Well, crossing like that, it might be. It has taken a touch on the way through for a Anstey corner to come in from the left-hand side. 13 minutes of normal time to go. Sphinx have made 3 rolls of the dice. They have 1 left in teenage striker Damien Kelly. In fact, no, they have Callum Ballinger on the bench too, so they have 2 changes left. Anstey only have the 1 remaining in Ben Bayliss. It's tipped away by Charlie Woods. Wilson deflected back into the area. Zito tries to clear. It's a scramble in front of goal. Has it crossed the line? Has it? No, it hasn't. Woods has got the free kick. It looks like Charlie Woods is able to latch onto the loose ball and their exuberance trying to get it away from the grasp of Woods. Anstey have committed the foul. See, this is where you wish you had goal line technology in non-league. Well, the next time we come on air here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel, this coming Saturday at home to Worcester City. 3 o'clock kickoff. £10 for adults, £7 for concessions, £3 for kids. If you want to join us in person, always the best way. But if you want to hear these dulcet tones again, we're kicking off at 5 to 3 with highlights of a hopefully slightly more exciting match on the YouTube channel as the Nomads faithful are in jubilation at the swift recovery of Charlie Woods. There's been a goal at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Liverpool leading their old player in Xabi Alonso, the Bayer Leverkusen manager, and Juventus have just equalised at Lille in the Champions League. Dolan. Benton couldn't bring it to feet on the right-hand side of the penalty area, but now starting to get a little bit of momentum. Anstey Nomads, but shepherded out on this near side by Reece Nicholson. Quick throw-in taken by the substitute Fenton. Chest control keeping it away from Jack Downs. Conor Fury. Charged down by Shorrock. Getting stuck in on Fenton. And Shorrock's got the free kick there. It looked like it was Shorrock who leant into the challenge. But he managed to get a body part towards the ball first. And the referee giving it in favour of Coventry Sphinx. But we always call it straight down the middle here. I would say that Anstey are a little bit unlucky there. Well, we won't repeat what Jordan Annable was saying. Let's just say he's not too pleased with the referee's decision. 10 minutes to go until full time. Anstey Nomads 0, Coventry Sphinx 0 in a game which won't live long in the memory of both sets of fans. Spare a thought for me because I've got to go through the highlights of this one, and the free kick drifts out straight in front of the Sphinx camera for an Anstey throw. Taken quickly by Annable. And then it's straight out by Reece Nicholson, and well, no ball boys here, so it's up to the crowd to keep the play going. Annable takes it to getting the ball back. Here's Gibbons. 6 later through that one. Patrick Zito with a powerful header away, and Jordan Hayward. You can hear the foot from here. Well, Hayward stuck his leg in and got there first. Certainly seems painful. Hayward not usually the sort of player to stay down, as Drew Lowe took his chance, but was beaten to the punch by Jordan Hayward, and Coventry Sphinx have a free kick about 15 yards into their own half. Patrick Zito, the former Corn man, has been a rock at the back for Coventry Sphinx this season. Can he turn provider? Just saw the right-hand side headed up by Tong. Appeals to a free kick on Lewis Gibbons. Indeed, it is given. Alex Locke shielding from Gibbons, but, well, channeling his inner rugby player there, according to the referee. Lock, stock and barrel, if you can call that challenge from Alex Locke. Gibbons. It's a hopeful ball on the edge of the area, and Zito has to nod it away from the feet of Jacob Fenton. Shark under pressure from Fury, plays it off the feet of Conor Fury. That's a throw into Sphinx in their own backyard, right in the corner. But Anstey are going to try and box Coventry Sphinx in and force the error. And a second goal at Anfield now. Liverpool 2 by Leverkusen. Now the first coming from Diaz, the second coming from Cody Gakpo. It's hoofed along by Reece Nicholson off the head of Prenderville. Locke, good strength on show. It's thumped upfield. Cannon by Brad Wilson. Down along for red shirt in the area, but Jamie Draper nodding it into touch for the throw-in. Halfway into Sphinx territory, and Sphinx preparing their final, their penultimate change. As Jordan Hayward and blocking down the right-hand side, running into Lewis Gibbons, and Gibbons, in fairness to the defences, every single defensive player has done their job tonight. Gibbons who swipes it out on that far side for a Sphinx throw-in, and saying that neither attack has done enough tonight. The defence has dealt with everything thrown at them. Although, throw is probably a bit of a strong word. It's towards Locke. Drew Lowe connects as it's headed out of the danger zone. Oscar Tong towards the halfway line, headed back where it came from by Zito. Volleyed on again by Tong. Patrick Zito's header. Now it's with Idris Fassani. Well, we saw in the last couple of minutes against Castle what he can do. Flicks it on to Alex Locke to head it over for Kyle Carey. But it's Annable who keeps Carey at bay. Alex Locke cushions it out for the throw-in. And Coventry Sphinx want to make their change. And it's the number 8 coming off. That is Idris Fassani. And he's replaced by Callum Ballinger. It's not that hard, I've got the team news. He wasn't christened for, he was christened Jordan Annable, by the way. It's probably not a game that has warranted a commentator, in all honesty, but Callum Ballinger replacing Idris Hosseini, the not quite the match winner on Saturday, but certainly the man who secured the points with that second goal against Sporting Calcer. There it goes along the right touchline by Annabelle. Headed back right came with the opposite number 4 in Jack Downs. Annabelle taking a little too long on that one as Kerry gets himself between player and ball. Downs clears. Awkward bounce for Lewis Gibbons, has a volley back to Conrad Logan. And Locke skews it on this near side. Coventry Sphinx have the throw in, surely. Indeed, it is called back. Anstey thought they kept that one in, but Annabelle clearly the wrong side of that white line on this near side. Couldn't get there in time, and Sphinx have another opportunity to push on and get this winning goal. And you have to feel at this stage of the game, if there is a goal, and it's a very big if, it will be the winning goal. In fact, it's actually been called as a free kick. Was it a handball against Jordan Annabelle? Let's come to the right-hand side from Shorrock. Locke. Off balance and gives it away. Stride down the left-hand side by Brad Wilson. Curtailed by the slide of Joe Percy and off Wilson too for the Sphinx throwing in front of the home dugout. You have to think neither dugout will be happy with what they've seen in the last 85 minutes. Is there one first twist in the tail with a free kick given as Alex Locke sliding in, trying to prevent the number 5 Lewis Gibbons from shielding it into touch. 4 minutes of normal time left. The goal kick taken quickly by Logan. Headed away from the back line by Patrick Zito. That's a ferocious volley on by James Snedden, and would have reached its target if not for the head of Joe Percy, last season's player of the year for Coventry Sphinx. Ballinger slides it away from the feet of Oscar Tong. And Sphinx have got the throw in as well on the halfway line. Well, the decisions from the linesmen seem to be going Coventry Sphinx's way in the last couple of minutes. He's got towards Locke. Kyle Carey receives a touch back from Jordan Hayward. Muscled out by the number 6 in Prendeville. Carey dragging onto the arm of Niall Prendeville there. Referee says nothing doing. Jordan Annabelle. Low. Kind of Fury. He's got Reece Dolan with him. And marshalled into touch there. Coventry Sphinx have a free kick. So a throw, I should say, to defend. Annabelle. Cross doesn't beat the first man of Jack Downs, who heads it into the path of his goalkeeper, Charlie Woods. Well, Woods has been far the busier of the goalkeepers, but is still not had to make a save. It's been mainly gathering crosses and deflections and taking goal kicks. Well, both teams with one last change to play. Ben Bayliss on the bench for Anstey. Coventry Sphinx have Damo Kelly amongst the subs as well. Nicholson. That's fantastic control by Annabelle. He's been the focal point in this second half, trying to force everything forward for Anstey Nomads. Now Connor Fury. Annabelle again. Forced away by his opposite captain, Jack Downs, and a tender moment there between the two skippers. Well, unfortunately for them, it's bonfire night, not Valentine's Day, so that stuff will have to wait until afterwards. Downs landing on the chest there of Jordan Annabelle. Free kick to come in from James Snedden. Time fast running out to make a difference tonight. It's Snedden towards the far post, pushing ahead on the edge of the area, but first to the free ball is Locke, taking it on the slide. Carey is found as the referee gives play on. Tries to beat his man for pace. Well, he beat Gibbons. They couldn't beat the second defender back. Not the most competent of clearances by Logan, but as they were battling for the ball on that far side, Wilson and Carey came to blows, and it was Carey who dragged him down. And Sphinx are going to play their last card. That's Damo Kelly, the 18-year-old forward, preparing to come on for what is only his second appearance for Coventry Sphinx. Made his debut this time last week against Quorn, and he'll get the chance now as the ball along the right touchline by Connor Fury, deflected out off the standing leg of Finley Shorrock. And it's going to be Kyle Carey leaving the field. No shake of the head from Kyle Carey, the referee telling Carey to leave the field to the nearest point of exit, which is this near side. Well, Carey's done his bit. It's time for the 18-year-old Damo Kelly to see if he can make an impact. And just there, the referee just brought up the yellow card to tell Kyle Carey, hurry up, or you're getting a booking for your troubles. And it may not matter in the grand scheme of the game, but these yellow cards add up. And of course, if you get 5 yellow cards, you get a match suspension. That's not something that Carey wants coming up in his future. Well, we are now into added minutes, and they're about to be announced on the far touchline. I wouldn't imagine there's going to be too many. I'd say no more than 2. Prenderville nods it into the area. And crucial clearance by Coventry Sphinx's Joe Percy there with the substitute, the number 12, Reece Dolan, looking menacingly. We've had a minute of added time already. Logan onto the halfway line. The back where it came from by Jack Downs. Niall Prenderville swiftly distributes to the left-hand side with Gibbons away from Jack Downs. And Downs, by deflection off Callum Barringer, able to bring it away in Sphinx's defensive area. And a free kick there. A little bit too much grabbing from Niall Prenderville as he tries to halt the progress of Jack Downs. So free kick a couple of yards away from the centre circle in Sphinx's half. There is some activity on the bench for Anstey Nomads. We're yet to see the introduction of Ben Bayliss. Sphinx have played all of their cards. This is the way they'll finish. It's Jack Downs towards the right-hand side of the area, headed on by Kelly. Jordan Hayward. Kelly's waiting. Ballinger's there. Can he win it? Shorrock! Cleared as far as Damo Kelly. It's Alex Locke. Lunging block made. Now Jack Downs. Surely not another chance for Coventry Sphinx. It's Downs into the area. Tight angle. Has to try and get the cross away. Pulls it back for Shorrock. Cleared as far as Jordan Hayward. And now Anstey have ended the danger. Fenton avoids one challenge, but Alex Locke tracks back beautifully and finds Charlie Woods. Down stays up. Shields from Prenderville. Looks for Finley Shorrock, but Connor Fury finds the teammate is blasted upfield. Fenton, header away by Patrick Zito. And on again by Jack Downs. Anstey have one more chance here. We've had 3 minutes of added time. This surely has to be the last move. Jordan Annable. Headed into midfield by Shorrock. There's Ballinger. Alex Locke beating James Snedden to the punch. Did that come off the arm there of Prenderville? Referee says no. Looked like it did to me. Lewis Gibbons. Gibbons went the far side of the field. Jordan Hayward racing forward. Damo Kelly's up there. Women can stay on side. It looks like he's strayed off. But he's got back into position. Does he? No. As he pulled it back, Jordan Hayward for Damo Kelly. He just strayed the wrong side of the offside trap. And the lines on the far side flags. And that has surely got to be all she wrote. The goal kick headed up by Reece Nicholson. Plays a 1-2 off the head by Patrick Zito. Swung away by Alex Locke. Gibbons. Dolan. That's with Connor Fury. Jack Downs getting stuck in. Fury eventually dispossessed by Finley Shorrock. Long cross by Annable. And a good strong header away by Jamie Draper. Still play continues. We've had 4 minutes of added time. Jordan Annable. Can he lead by example? Annable's ball. Woods comes for it, brings it down, and falls to the deck. Well, compared to the 5-1 defeat Coventry Sphinx suffered here at the Marks Electrical Arena, while it may have been a bit of a ball fest, it is a result that the Sphinx can be proud of. Woods volleys it into the final third for Anstey. Jack Downs penalised by the man in black. 2 hands in the back on the Anstey midfielder, trying to win that aerial duel on the halfway line. Hoofed into the danger zone. Can Sphinx deal with this last piece of pressure from Anstey? Yes, they can. It was right under the nose of Charlie Woods, who brings it down. Snedden up there, playing as actually, there was Jacob Fenton right underneath the goalkeeper. Right. Brought to a safe stop by Charlie Woods. Well, the referee blows the whistle. It has to go down as one of the more lifeless fixtures I've covered in my non-league career. But if you went to Coventry Sphinx joint manager Sean Thomas and John Woodward and offered them 4 points from back-to-back matches against Anstey Nomads and Sporting Calcer, you would have no arms to shake on the deal. It just goes to show how much Coventry Sphinx have improved from a 5-1 defeat here against Anstey Nomads at the tail end of last season to a 0-0 draw tonight. It may not have been exciting, but it was effective. Final score at the Marks Electrical Arena. Anstey Nomads 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. Well, I would say the highlights will be available tomorrow. I'm not sure if there's going to be any, in fairness. It wasn't exactly the most impressive of matches, but of course we will keep you updated on the video of tonight's game. Hopefully Saturday's game against Worcester City will be a bit more exciting. That comes up on a 3 o'clock kickoff this Saturday against Worcester City. £10 for adults, £7 for concessions and £3 for kids. And from everyone here on Bonfire Night, look out your window and you might see a bit more excitement than we saw on the pitch. But a good result for Coventry Sphinx, 0-0 away at promotion hopefuls Anstey Nomads. Liam Cook signing off from the Marks Electricals Arena. Final score, Anstey Nomads 0, Coventry Sphinx 0.